It seemed like 100 cop cars just because the curtains were open on the window, so we could see every single cop car that drove by, and they just kept coming and coming and coming.
Suspect under arrest. A massive manhunt in Dallas is now over for a man accused of shooting 2 officers and a worker at a Home Depot. We'll have the latest.
And for people who come to St. Armand's and have a hard time finding parking, well, a solution will be coming very soon. What businesses say about a new parking garage coming to the area is straight ahead.
And an interesting look to the man behind those famous socks worn by George H.W. Bush over the weekend. We have those stories plus your first alert forecast and traffic. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
Good morning, early risers. It is now 6 a.m. on Wednesday, April 25th. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. Thanks for waking up and joining us this morning. Have you seen the cool moon outside?
Yeah, orangish.
Low-hanging. Yeah. It was a beautiful morning out there today. Nice and calm and cool.
Yeah.
Is it going to stay that way throughout the day, John Scalzi?
It's going to be a gorgeous day today.
Good.
Absolutely beautiful. Temperatures are going to be lower than average by a few degrees. Plus, we're going to have wall-to-wall sunshine and low relative humidity. That's as good as it gets in the state of Florida. We had a few passing clouds earlier on. Those are kind of dissipated away and left us with a lot of clear sky out there right now. And there's plenty more where that came from. Upstream, we have nothing but blue sky as well. So expect to see lots of sunshine today. Good day for a sunscreen, actually. We're not looking at much in the way. Every day's a good day for a sunscreen, right? Absolutely. Anyway, not much in the way of any kind of rainfall chance for you today. All the rain showers way down to the south. If you're traveling to the Florida Keys today, well, first of all, lucky you, but otherwise, maybe an isolated shower there. Richard, one of our weather watchers in Northport, came in with 58 degrees today. Becky in Old Mayaca, 50. But she's normally one of the cooler spots. Cooper and Central Sarasota more representative of what we've got on the boards, coming in at 66. The thing is, those temperatures represent about a 5 to 10 degree drop in temperatures over the last 24 hours. So some cooler area in place. If you're going to wear a little sweater or jacket out the door this morning, you'll be able to lose it this afternoon as our temperatures get close to the 80 mark. Complete forecast for you coming up in a few.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Checking first alert traffic right now. A little red there on the map up north of the river between Palmetto and Ellenton. That is the southbound 301. Be aware of that. Otherwise, not much red so far today in Manatee County. Checking farther south, you'll see some problems there on University eastbound as you head toward Honore and South County maps. Little blips in both directions on 41. Nothing major to report right now at 6:02. Let's take a peek now at a busy spot. This is State Road 70 and US 301, which we just referenced. It's always got some congestion there, even at 6 o'clock in the morning. Some construction barrels out there. Well, we'll check back there in about 15 minutes here on Good Morning Suncoast.
Developing overnight, a dramatic ending in the hunt for a man accused of shooting 2 Dallas police officers. Investigators say an off-duty officer at Home Depot called for backup when Armando Juarez allegedly shot 2 officers plus a security guard there. The suspected shooter then ran off. He kicked off a massive manhunt in the process. After 5 hours of searching, including several backyards, his truck was finally spotted and he was eventually taken into custody. Well, switching gears, if you like going to St. Armand's Circle but don't like circling and circling to try and find the perfect place to park, there is some good news today. A brand new parking garage is now under construction.
Yeah, they began clearing the site on Monday, done by Christmas. Marla Spence is out there now with reaction from the business owners out there. Marla, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Parking could become a nightmare for those who come out to St. Armand's Circle, and that's all is expected to change very soon because a parking lot will be sitting right in this lot behind me. Now, businesses say that they are very hopeful that it'll bring a big boost to their business. Now, that lot where the garage will sit was once a surface lot for free parking. The new garage will triple the amount of parking spaces for shoppers and visitors. The new parking garage will have enough space for 300 cars. Right now, there are 200 parking spaces between on-the-street parking and a surface lot off Fillmore Drive. Believe it or not, those parking spaces are not enough, especially during season. The general manager of a St. Armand's business says she is very excited about the new addition. She says oftentimes her customers have a tough time finding a spot. With the new garage, they'll be able to park and walk just a few feet to shops and restaurants.
Anything that is going to make our clients have a better ease of shopping is always good for business. And we're very excited because there's going to be a restroom inside that parking garage, which is even another added bonus.
And those restrooms will be sitting on the first floor of the $12 million parking garage that's expected to be completed in December. I'm Marla Spence reporting live in Sarasota for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Marla. Happening today, a Pineview student will represent Florida at the Poetry Out Loud National Finals today in Washington, D.C. Natalie Shimmick will compete for the grand prize of $20,000. Now, it's in its 13th year, Poetry Out Loud helps students develop analytical and public speaking skills while building self-confidence. The winner will be announced later on this evening.
Well, former President George H.W. Bush garnered some attention over the weekend for the literacy socks that he wore to his wife's funeral. She, of course, was a big advocate for literacy. It turns out that they come from Long Island. Reporter Allie Bauman gives us a look at the man behind those socks.
Purple, a diamond socks.
Inside John Cronin's Melville warehouse, he has more than 1,900 different kinds of socks, but he's running low on one particular design.
I took one of them.
That's because former President George H.W. Bush is getting the socks some national attention. He wore the pair covered with books to his late wife's funeral this past weekend.
I feel happy for that.
The 22-year-old Huntington man has Down syndrome, but with the help from his dad, they started the company John's Crazy Socks at the end of 2016. Now they employ more than 30 people. Half have differing disabilities.
We're in the business of showing what people can do, and President Bush has a strong connection there. He signed the Americans with Disabilities Act.
The Cronins knew Bush and many others were going to wear the socks because they received a phone call last week requesting several pairs of a specific design.
Wanting some socks that he and his family would wear to show their support for Mrs. Bush's legacy, specifically her commitment to literacy.
So they rush delivered 20 pairs of socks designed by Mod Socks.
When we saw that picture, it brought tears. You know, for me, it's that special bond between my son and a former president.
It's not the first time the former president wore the Long Island man socks. On World Down Syndrome Day, he sported Cronin's superhero socks, which Cronin designed himself.
So happy he wore my superhero sock.
And it still has him smiling from ear to ear.
Now an update on a portion of the historic Bradenton Beach Pier that was damaged 2 years ago by a tropical storm. A floating dock was destroyed back in 2016. It's now being replaced with the Bradenton Beach Day Dock, which will serve water taxis better. The dock is set to open by the 4th of July weekend. That's kind of beyond the Anna Maria Oyster Bar restaurant itself there.
Oh, gotcha.
Been there many times. Right. 6:08 still ahead. Latest first alert traffic and...
It is no secret that buying a car can be pretty stressful. But straight ahead, we're going to have a few easy tips to make the buying of the car easier and help you save some money in the process.
This is an exciting place to be these days. There's a shot of the White House. It says the Capitol. Don't believe it. Jim, let's take that Capitol down. That is the White House. Top right corner is the kitchen. What happens in there?
Melania makes breakfast for Barron.
Probably right.
That's what's happening right now.
All right. So is John Scalzi's forecast right now.
And it looks pretty good, actually. We have all of the rain showers pushed well to the south, dry air in place over us. That means some pretty nice weather in store for us. Local temperatures are well above or below average for this time of year, coming in about 10 degrees cooler than 24 hours ago. But no worries, we'll get our daytime high temperature up to about 80 degrees by 3 p.m. under rain-free skies. Complete forecast in a minute.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yeah, we got some nice viewer photos in over the last 24 hours. This one of Anna Maria Island sunset last night. Mary sent this one in. Thank you so very much. Beautiful. You can see even a little bit of cloud cover. Never hurts setting sun sometimes. Just reflects some of the beautiful colors that we see. Nokomis Beach, Joanne sent this one in. Appreciate that. And Gary sent this one in as well from Siesta Key. Beautiful setting sun picture there. Current air temperature 67 degrees. We have a dew point value coming in at 60. It's a nice start to the day. That 60-degree dew point value feels very comfortable. We have a northwest wind continuing at about 7 that'll continue to kind of draw down some of that drier air. And in fact, we may even see a little bit more of a northerly twist to the wind today, which will help to draw down even drier air, certainly reinforce what's already in place. 70 degrees by 9 a.m. by 12 noon, 78. Full sunshine out there. Beautiful conditions as you head into the afternoon. That low relative humidity will make it feel very comfortable as temperatures climb to around 79 degrees. A few degrees below the average for this time of year, which would be about 82. As we head into the evening hours, gorgeous. We'll probably drop off our temperatures a little faster after the sun sets than we normally might at this time of year just because the air is dry, and dry air doesn't retain the heat, so we kind of cool off a little quicker. If you take a look at the futurecast, not much to see. We have a northwest wind coming in pretty consistently. Not much in the way of cloud cover, no rainfall. Temperatures climbing into the upper 70s, falling off after about 7 p.m. into the lower 70s, and then bottoming out probably in the 60s by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. Pretty quiet. All of the rain showers located down to the south, either near the Bahama Island chain or down into the Florida Straits. Not much in the way of any kind of rainfall across the entire peninsula or panhandle today. Just a few showers perhaps in the Florida Keys. Key West may be getting a brief passing rainfall, but not much. The big rain story has got to be in the Northeast today. Actually, from the mid-Atlantic all the way to down east Maine, they'll get kind of an inclement day with a breezy wind coming in off of the cooler Atlantic waters, plus those rain showers that will be in progress with heavier rains around the D.C. airport stretching up into the New York City airports. So watch for that today if you're traveling to this corridor. There could be airport delays because of weather, although there currently are not. Back to the west, we have this area of disturbed weather. That's a low pressure area and frontal boundary that is advancing in this direction. Could trigger off a few stronger storms in parts of the deep south over the next 24 hours. Atlanta Airport on probably the second half of the day on Thursday into Friday could suffer from some stronger storms around. Could be airport delays there as well. So tomorrow afternoon into Friday morning, watch for the Atlanta airport being delayed. High pressure eventually works its way out into the Atlantic. That shifts our winds around to a more southerly direction and draws up a little bit more moisture on Friday. Plus, as that front approaches on Friday, we do get the chance of an isolated shower. But the air is going to be kind of dry over the state, so don't expect much out of that front. Northwest wind comes in at about 10 to 15 today. 2 to 3 foot seas, moderate chop, slightly less wind on your open waters than we had yesterday. The forecast calls for 79 today, then tomorrow about the same. Plenty of sunshine both days, low relative humidities, 2 glorious days. Followed by Friday, which will be okay as well, but you do have a chance at a shower or two on Friday, and the humidity will be up a little bit. That humidity will stick around, I think, on Saturday, even though the temperatures drop a degree or two. Sunday, a little bit more cloud cover and warmer temperatures as we head into the beginning of next work week. Nice, plenty of sunshine, good beach weather, I suppose, but temperatures will be warmer and humidity will be higher. Back to you.
All right, let's take a look outside to your first alert traffic out there this morning. In Manatee County, those roads are running pretty smooth. Not too much to see out there. A little slowdown, of course, at 301 and 70, as there is pretty much every morning. In Sarasota, those roads aren't running too bad either. Looking pretty clear around this time in the morning. Some slowdowns right there in University Parkway. And as you go farther south, not much to see out there either. So we've got a pretty good commute if you're heading out on the road in the next few minutes. That's your first alert traffic.
On to consumer news now. New car shoppers can expect to pay several $1,000s more than just a few years ago. Higher prices, higher interest rates are to blame. So experts say financing a loan now winds up being about $6,500 more than back in 2013. So don't be discouraged just yet. Edmunds.com says there are ways to cut costs. Don't fall for one car. Leave your options open. Shop around. Everything is negotiable, and shop wisely, because the moment you drive off that lot, your car starts to depreciate.
Well, if you're thinking of celebrating that new car purchase with a glass of wine, sorry. Some upsetting news this morning, folks. The price of a bottle of wine is going up. Global wine production dropped to its lowest level in 60 years last year. Producers, dealers, retailers, they're all going to be absorbing some of these price hikes. But consumers, us, we're going to end up paying more, especially for the cheaper bottles of wine. But there is some silver lining out there. Cheap wine may actually see a change in quality because lower quality wines will be blended into slightly higher value products.
Oh, a little twist there at the end.
All right. So it's not all bad news about the wine, the sweet, sweet wine.
I love they give me the car story and you the wine story.
They know as well.
Typecasting. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Well, David Copperfield is back on the stand facing a lawsuit by an injured audience member during one of his illusions. Plus, Marla?
And there's finally a solution to the ongoing parking problem in St. Armands. Right behind me on North Adams Drive is where a new parking garage will be. What people in this area say about the new addition and how many parking spots will be in that garage is coming up at 6:30.
As we go from St. Armands to the Rosemary District, pretty daybreak developing there. Right now it's clear skies and a high of 79 degrees today. Much more of Good Morning Suncoast coming up on ABC 7.
Get to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota for big savings on new Ram trucks during the spring sales event. Shop the area's largest selection of new Ram trucks. Get the all-new redesigned 2018 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $23,999. Or save big and get up to $12,400 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
When I was growing up, my mom told us, always treat others the way you want to be treated. She did business with companies that shared her values, like Mutual of Omaha. She had a guaranteed whole life insurance policy through United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, a Mutual of Omaha company. When my mother passed away, her United of Omaha policy helped cover her funeral expenses and bills, and they had money on its way to us within 24 hours.
United of Omaha is here to take care of you. When you call the number on your screen, we'll help find the right policy for you. If you're between 45 and 85, you can get coverage up to $25,000 with no medical exam. Call us right now at the number on your screen.
Now I know I'll be taking care of my family, even after I'm gone.
United of Omaha guaranteed whole life insurance. Call or go online now. Be there for their future.
When you are home alone, an emergency can become a tragedy. However, with any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, whether in the bathroom,
I've fallen in the shower.
at home,
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
and on the go.
Help! I've fallen in the park and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-518-0221. That's 1-800-518-0221. Call now, 1-800-518-0221. For a free brochure, call 1-800-518-0221.
Experience the Classical Music Celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
Well, Amazon has yet another new option for delivery. This one right into your car, even if you're not there. First, they announced drones that deliver. Then came in-home delivery, where a delivery person would unlock your door and leave your delivery right inside. Now comes in-car delivery. So here is how it works. You simply place your order, and then you select in-car shipping. The delivery person arrives, scans your package, which automatically sends a signal through the cloud to unlock your car door or your trunk. The service is currently compatible with any 2015 or newer connected Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, or Volvo. So in your car, right in here in your EB7 lot, I could get my stuff. Like, I don't even have to bring it to my car.
The Jetsons have arrived.
Right? It is technically the future.
It's happening.
It is. Well, magician David Copperfield is back on the stand in a lawsuit filed by an audience member who claims that he was injured during one of Copperfield's most famous illusions.
ABC's Diane Macedo has the latest.
All rise. In this morning's GMA First Look, the trial will go on for David Copperfield. Lawyers for the world-renowned magician asked for a mistrial Tuesday, arguing it's impossible for the jury to avoid media coverage of the case.
They can't watch E! channel. They can't watch TMZ. They can't watch CBS News. They can't watch ABC News. They can't watch Good Morning America. It's on every single station. It's in Israel. It's in Russia. It's in Melbourne. It's everywhere. Every single news station across the world.
But the judge denied the request after the plaintiff's attorney told CBS 2 more audience members have come forward to say they too were hurt while participating in Copperfield's 13 illusions.
I know that one of them had multiple surgeries to her arm.
Coming up at 7 a.m., Copperfield answers questions about how much he knew about these reported injuries. With your GMA First Look, I'm Diane Macedo, ABC News, New York.
Delivery should look like this. Handcrafted layers of clean food you can give your kids. Tomatoes. Even the picky ones. Panera. Food as it should be. Now delivered.
Feel the clarity of non-drowsy Claritin in relief from symptoms caused by over 200 allergens, like those from Buddy. Because stuffed animals are clearly no substitute for real ones. Feel the clarity and live Claritin Clear.
What if there were a cleaner that didn't have the harsh ingredients of other cleaners and killed 99.9% of germs with only 3 ingredients? There is. New Lysol Daily Cleanser. What it takes to protect.
Pain cream. Honey, you smell just like my Walter used to.
Don't smell like Walter. Aspercream is odor-free for maximum pain relief without that Walter smell. Aspercream. No pain, no odor.
Hi, I'm Chef Alan Bristow. Chef Bob Atello right next to me here from Public Aprons Cooking School. Bob, what do you got for us today?
We're going to do a hearty, nice, what are these called, Alan?
They're lentils.
Just kidding. Lentils and fingerling potatoes. Salad. Now, these are the sprouted lentils.
Yep.
These are not dry lentils you use with this. You get this in the produce department. You just put them in water. They come to a boil for 5 minutes, turn it off, let them sit, and drain them. They're beautiful. They look just like this. Fingerling potatoes. They look like your finger. They're just fingerling potatoes, whatever kind you want. And asparagus. What you do is you roast the asparagus, and you roast the potatoes separately, and then you dice them up, and you have some nice roasted asparagus and nice potatoes. Nice. And then you have your nice, beautiful lentils right here. Now, the whole idea of this salad is to be healthy, okay? It's healthy. You have the nice lentils, the potatoes, the nice asparagus, a little arugula, some sun-dried tomatoes, and some green onions. But the one thing you do to it, and you don't have to do this at home because you can keep it really healthy, but what we do is we take all this, put it into here, a little bit of this, the potatoes, some of this, some green onions, and our sun-dried tomatoes, and then you take your nice, it's like a Caesar ranch dressing, but obviously I forgot to bring it in front of me because you can tell this is live here, and you put that in there. So what you do, if you don't want to do that, you can use olive oil, vinegar, salt and pepper. You mix all this together and put it over some more greens with maybe a little avocado and some lemons. And I didn't put the dressing on because I wanted to let you see the 2 different kinds you can. That's what I'm telling you because I forgot to bring it here. But it's a pretty cool dish, a pretty healthy dish. And the lentils, don't use dry for this, use the fresh ones, comes out great.
It's looking great, Bob. Starting tomorrow, be sure to stop by your Publix Aprons Simple Meals kiosk, pick up the ingredients and the recipe card for this dish, and they also have the dressing there as well.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it today at Sunset Maserati, Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
I offer this toast to President Macron and Brigitte, to the French delegation, and to every proud citizen of France. May our friendship grow even deeper.
President Trump hosted his first state dinner. We'll take a look at last night's lavish event.
A much different party tonight on the Bayfront in Sarasota. We'll preview tonight's Best of Sarasota party. But first, Marla Spence on Lido Key.
And for those who come to St. Armands and always have a problem finding parking, well, a solution has now been put into place. A new parking garage will be constructed here in this area. We're going to be telling you more on this story straight ahead. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Stephanie Webb. It is Wednesday, April 25th. Thanks for waking up with us today.
I'm Ray Collins. John Scalzi says another beautiful day in paradise, right, John?
Love all those words.
Absolutely right. It looks absolutely great for really today and tomorrow. We've got 2 days that are going to be exquisite, really, for April. We're looking at low relative humidity, much lower than average, and lower daytime high temperatures as well. We had a little bit of cloud cover that's passed on by. We got starry skies, and dawn breaking will be absolutely great. A lot of blue sky, a lot of sunshine in store for you today. Low relative humidity will make it feel very comfortable. Not a chance of a rain shower today. You have to go way to the south to find the rains. Our daytime high today will feature some quiet weather, as there's not a chance of a thunderstorm anywhere in the state of Florida. It'll be very, very dry for this time of year. But that humidity will be returning in the extended range forecast, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But concentrating on today, we'll have a 9 a.m. temperature of about 70 degrees, 78 by noon, and about 79 for a top-out temperature at 3 o'clock under sunny wall-to-wall sunshine, actually, skies a little bit later on this afternoon. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Talk to you soon. Checking the roads first off in Manatee County. Some issues there way up in Allenton by the Outlet Mall on the west side of I-75. Be aware of that. Otherwise, the usual delays. We're going to check on 70 and 301 in a second live. But first, checking Sarasota County, Bee Ridge Road, the eastbound lane around McIntosh and Honore. They'll slow down there. And then our final maps to south show nothing major to speak of right now. So let's take a live shot of 301 and State Road 70 and see if it indeed has some congestion there. A little bit. Steady flow of traffic right through the area. Some construction barrels out there as well. We'll check back there to our live shot in about 15 minutes. Well, it was a meal fit for a king, or rather 2 presidents and dozens of high-profile personalities. President Trump hosted his first state dinner last night, and John Lawrence has a closer look.
Candlelit tables, piano music, and more than 1,200 cherry blossom branches in giant vases. President and Mrs. Trump welcomed more than 100 people to the White House for the administration's first state dinner. The menu included rack of spring lamb, Carolina gold rice jambalaya, and ice cream for dessert. The guests of honor, French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife.
I offer this toast to President Macron and Brigitte, to the French delegation, and to every proud citizen of France. May our friendship grow even deeper.
With the help of a translator, Macron made a joke about how the White House was improved after the British burned it down in 1814.
And I say this in the most amicable way, and that James Monroe then had the brilliant idea of decorating with French furniture, a man of taste.
Among the others who were on hand, Vice President Mike Pence and his wife Karen, Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner, and the sole Democratic leader invited to the dinner, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards and his wife Donna. Before the night was over, the president thanked the person who made Tuesday a special night.
To America's absolutely incredible First Lady, thank you for making this an evening we will always cherish and remember. Thank you. Allow me.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
So President Macron will address Congress this morning and then later attend an event at George Washington University.
Well, if you like going to St. Armand's Circle but don't like spending most of your time there circling to find a place to park, there is some good news this morning. A brand new parking garage, many layers of wonderful parking, is now under construction.
They began clearing the site on Monday, taking out bushes, taking out the lights in the parking lot. So it's finally happening. Marla Spence has some business reaction there from St. Armand's Circle. Marla?
Good morning, guys. There's finally a solution to the ongoing parking problem here in St. Armand's. Behind me in this lot is where a 4-story, $12 million parking garage will sit. Take a look. This is an animated view of what that new parking garage will look like. It will sit right on North Adams Drive, where a surface lot for free parking once was. That surface lot held up to 200 cars, and the new parking garage will more than double that to 500 spaces. This will add to several on-street parking spaces as well. The general manager of a St. Armand's business says she is very excited about the new addition. She believes more parking spaces will bring more people to the Circle, which could lead to a boost in business.
So many people don't come to the Circle, locals especially. They don't want to come out here during season because there's never anywhere to park. So anything, like I said, that gives us a better ease of shopping is always good for business.
And in just 1 month, there will be a groundbreaking for the new parking garage. It's expected to be completed and opened up to the public right before Christmas in December. Reporting live in Sarasota, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Marla. A high school math teacher from Booker High School is behind bars this morning. Police in Palmetto found out that 25-year-old Quentin Peterson charged him with possession of child pornography. Police say they were investigating Peterson last year for allegations of inappropriate relations with a student from Lincoln Middle School where he'd been teaching. He was not charged in that one. Police then executed a search warrant at his home and removed several cell phones, laptop computers, and memory cards. They say there was enough evidence for Sarasota police to move in and make the arrest at Booker High School yesterday. Here's reaction from two people around the school.
I just think that basically they should be background checked. They all should have a background check.
He's got to go. He's got to go, but he's got to explain himself. And if he's not willing to explain himself, then he can't get help.
Peterson was booked into the Sarasota County Jail where bond is set at $50,000.
An update now on the student whose promposal went viral for all the wrong reasons. His parents now say that he won't be going to prom after all. This after many feel that the sign that he created to ask his date for a prom date was racist. This is a sign right here. School officials are providing counseling services today to students. District leaders haven't made a decision on exactly what punishment that student will face, but they did say that he violated the district's electronic media policy. So an announcement on that punishment will be made very soon.
Manatee County might raise taxes in order for state-mandated school resource officers. Yeah, the state is providing some funding for SROs as part of the new Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Act, but not nearly enough money. According to Manatee County commissioners, the mandate is leaving the school district with $5.5 million of a shortfall. Typically, the school district and county split the cost of SROs, but now the price tag is so high, commissioners aren't sure the county can continue to pay its half.
I need to go back to our school board as well as our senior leadership team, look at our finances and see if there are other ways, other avenues to move some money around. Because one of the commissioners said if we had to fund the whole thing, well, if that's a possibility, then we do have to take money away from somewhere else.
Well, no decisions yet on whether or not to raise taxes. They plan to discuss it again in a few weeks.
Well, break out your island gear and dust off your grass skirt. Ray, it's time for a Mai Tai and tiki torches at tonight's Best of Sarasota. Sarasota Magazine celebrates the readers' picks for best restaurants and retailers and bars and craft brews and so much more at the party. It's going to kick off tonight at 5 o'clock at Selby Gardens. It was postponed because it was supposed to be last night. We, of course, will be covering that event for you and bringing you all of the winners right here on ABC 7. Speaking of winners, Ray Collins will be there tonight, up a little bit past his bedtime.
No grass skirt, though.
No grass skirt.
No.
I'm a little disappointed. disappointed. I mean, I brought that one. You tried it on. It looks so good.
I'm going to wear a sundress instead.
All right, I think you should go.
6:39 right now.
Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast, your first alert forecast and traffic.
And the jury goes behind closed doors today to decide the fate of Bill Cosby. We'll have a preview for you, but first, peek outside our window at the Rosemary District. Oh, it looks like a nice day is breaking
high window
right
there.
It's a high window and some clouds out there. What kind of clouds are those, Professor? Scalzi?
Hello there.
that's your cue.
Those are stratus fractosis.
I knew you'd know.
Breaking apart as we speak, and they won't produce any rainfall. We're looking at some pretty quiet conditions across the region. None of the inclement weather boxes checked. We are looking at a cool drive with temperatures in the upper 60s and a mild drive home with temperatures in the mid 70s. Walking on the beach tonight, beautiful. I doubt you'll see many of those clouds that we just saw. We're looking at generally 4 beach balls out of 4 with clear skies and a northwest wind. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. Complete forecast in a minute.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Experience the Classical Music Celebration May 11th and 12th at the historic Sarasota Opera House. World-class musicians include guitar duo Charisma, currently touring with Andrea Bocelli. Tickets available online or by phone.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here. Because
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch The Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
Yep, current conditions outside, pleasant, 67 degrees. Dew point value, that's what I like. Dew point value comes in at 60 with a lot of starry sky out there. We have a northwest wind at about 7 that's providing us with a gentle breeze and drawing down that drier air. It'll be mostly sunny and dry throughout the day today. We'll have a temperature of about 70 degrees by 9 o'clock. As we head into the lunchtime hour, should be great. 78 degrees, lots of sunshine, maybe a few fair weather clouds, but not many. And no chance of rainfall. So if you wanted to get out and about and walk the city, it should be lovely for your lunch break. Then as we head into 3 p.m., 79 degrees. Again, low relative humidity making that temperature feel pretty comfortable. That's a couple of degrees below where we would normally be at this time of year. So slightly cooler air. And then as we head into the evening hours, temperatures will probably fall off a little bit faster than we normally would at this time of year because the air is dry. and it will allow for those temperatures to fall off. But still, we'll have a little bit of a breeze, so we'll go with about 75 degrees by 7 p.m. The futurecast is pretty quiet, actually. Sky cover looks pretty nice as we head through the afternoon. Lots of sunshine out there, and temperatures generally in the mid to upper 70s, low 80s, most everywhere you look. As we head into the evening today, the temperatures low 80s to maybe a few places in the mid 80s, well inland, otherwise along the coastline. I think upper 70s will do it. That's about it, with a nice flow of air continuing off Gulf waters, keeping that coast just a little bit cooler. And then overnight tonight, I think the nighttime temperatures near the coast will probably be just a tad bit warmer, because we'll continue on with that onshore flow. So at nighttime, the onshore flow helps keep the coastline warmer, but daytime it keeps it a little bit cooler. Inland temperatures tonight will fall off probably into the upper 50s, low 60s once again. So we'll look at quiet conditions that are on radar right now, continuing throughout the day. We'll have a few scattered showers down in the Florida Straits, Bahamas seeing a few scattered showers as well. But otherwise, the hot spot for rainfall across the nation has got to be the Northeast today. Windy, cold rain coming in off the Atlantic waters around an area of low pressure that brought us our cold front yesterday. Now we're watching those rain showers kind of slowly retreat off to the north and to the east as that low pressure area advances. Another low pressure area back to the west will advance in our direction as well. That promises us a chance of rain as the front gets closer to us on Friday. Before that, high pressure moves into the Atlantic, switches our winds around to the east or southeast, draws in more moisture, and returns the humidity on Friday as well. Sunny and dry, small rain chance on Friday though, and then a dry weekend as that front finally moves through. High pressure builds in again, and we're left with a nice but warmer weekend. Forecast looks like this for you boaters. Well, it went on through, but we'd have a northwest wind coming in at about 5 to 10 initially, 10 to 15 this afternoon, and into the evening hours, moderate chop on your bay and inland waters. 79 for today's temperature. Same thing tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine, low humidity, higher humidity on Friday. As the front gets closer, we'll work in that chance of a shower, about 20%, not much, and then the front kind of moves on past. It looks like the timing of those rain showers right now will be during the daylight hours on Friday, and the front will clear the area by evening. So Friday evening looks good. Then on Saturday, sunshine returns, maybe a few more clouds on Sunday, but don't expect to see much in the way of a rainfall chance as temperatures rise into the 80s, and we start next week off warm, a little bit more humid, but still sunny. Back to you.
All right, thanks, John. Let's take another look outside to your first alert traffic out there this morning. Lots of red and yellow on that map, especially if you're coming into town. If you're heading into Bradenton, those roads are definitely, the bridges right there, definitely congested, as well as 41. We're seeing a lot of slowdowns if you're headed south on 41 this morning as you pass by State Road 70. And then 301 and 70 is also busy. Then in Sarasota County, we're starting to see some backups right there on 75 as you come off onto Bee Ridge Road, as well as another blockage right there on 41 and Fruitville. So a lot of traffic, a lot of gridlock already starting up this morning. A little bit farther south in the area, maybe if you're heading to Port Charlotte or Punta Gorda, the roads still look pretty good. Both 41 and 75 heading southbound are still pretty clear around this time in the morning. It is 6:47, and that is your first alert traffic. Well, happening right now, people are gathering in front of the Supreme Court to hear a challenge to President Trump's travel ban. It is the last case that the justices will hear until October. The administration is asking the court to reverse lower court rulings, striking down that ban. Now, that policy has been in effect since December, but this is the first time the Supreme Court justices are considering whether or not it violates immigration law or even the Constitution.
Happening today, the accused Seminole Heights serial killer is due back in court for a mental competency hearing. Attorneys for Howell Donaldson III believe he suffered from mental health issues and shouldn't face trial. They're asking the judge to appoint a psychologist to examine Donaldson. The hearing is set for this morning at 8:30 a.m. at the Hillsborough County Courthouse. If he is found incompetent, he could be sent to the state hospital, and that would delay the case for at least 6 more months.
It is a wrap. Closing arguments finished yesterday in the Bill Cosby sexual assault trial. The jury is expected to start deliberating today. Cosby faces 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault, each one carrying up to 10 years in prison. Now, yesterday, prosecutors in their closing arguments portrayed him as a predator that used his celebrity status to prey on women. His attorney says that Cosby is the victim of a pathological liar. For the first time, his wife Camille was in the courtroom yesterday.
Also in Pennsylvania, quite the exit from prison for a rapper named Meek Mill. The owner of the 76ers basketball team swooped in and picked him up from the prison to fly him right to the Wells Fargo Center to watch the basketball game last night as his guest of honor. Meek Mill, also known as Robert Williams, was serving 2 to 4 years for violating probation from drug and guns convictions. He's got a good friend in the owner of the Sixers.
He does. A lot of celebrity, and there were a lot of protests involving his parole because they thought that he was treated differently because of his color. So it's a big controversial case, but he is free this morning.
10 to 7 right now. Still ahead, we'll update today's top news headlines and our top 7 before 7.
Including a look at your first alert weather and traffic, plus a world premiere for the most anticipated movie of the year. How's that for a tease? It's coming next.
Good build-up. There's the White House right now. Looks like a soggy morning there right now in Washington, D.C. We'll have John's forecast, all part of our top 7 at 7 coming up on ABC 7.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
The Spring Fever sales event is going on now at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota. Drive a new 2018 Corolla for only $79 per month, the all-new 2018 Camry for only $119 per month, and 2018 RAV4 for just $129 per month at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC 7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Imagine a world filled with pillow fights, playgrounds, and the search for the perfect climbing tree. Every kid deserves that world, but 1 in 5 kids in America struggle with hunger. At No Kid Hungry, we're committed to creating a world where every kid eats healthy food every day. We raise funds, we help families, and we lift up communities.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
I'll be right back. Hi! You think you're probably sober?
Yeah.
But you're thinking about taking the back roads home, just in case. If you're probably sober, then why would you do that? Good choice.
Probably okay isn't okay. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
That's a full glass of wine. I'll be chatting you later.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, restaurant guide, and more. Go to mysuncoast.com/dining.
Well, it is 6:53, and here are your top 7 before 7.
First off, John Scalzi's first alert forecast, sir.
Well, looks pretty good for us today. A lot of sunshine around, low relative humidity. It's about as good as it gets, actually, for this time of year. We'll look for this lots of sunshine and low humidity forecast to continue for 2 days. Then on Friday, we will have a rain chance. But the good news is it all clears out just in time for the weekend. But the weekend will be a lot warmer than we're going to feel our daytime high temperatures be today and tomorrow. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Number 2, first alert traffic checking Manatee County. Some buildup on 301 in both directions on either side of State Road 70. Now off to St. Armand Circle from Marla Spence at number 3.
A 4-story, 500-space, $12 million parking garage is coming to the rescue of drivers who have a hard time finding parking in St. Armand's. The parking garage is expected to be completed in December. Local shops say it could bring a big boost in business.
Number 4, President Trump hosted his first state dinner last night with French President Emmanuel Macron. Today, Macron will address Congress and also attend an event at George Washington University.
Number 5, Amazon has a new delivery service right into your backseat. The in-car delivery option is available with select 2015 and newer models, and it uses cloud technology to unlock your car.
And number 6 tonight is the Best of Sarasota at Selby Gardens. This is video from a few years ago. The island-themed event kicks off at 5 p.m. Stop by the AB7 table and say hello. I'll be there tonight at 6 o'clock.
And number 7, Avengers Unite. That's right. They did last night at the world premiere of Avengers Infinity War. It is one of the most anticipated movies of the year. And so far, folks, the early buzz is a good one. The Hollywood Reporter says Marvel hits the jackpot again. Ray, this one assembles more than 20 Marvel comic book characters.
Really?
Early estimate that it could break the 2015 box office record set by Star Wars The Force Awakens. You can see it on Thursday night. I will be seeing it over and over and over again, John Skulls.
Can you fit 20 superheroes on one large screen?
You can. If you just stare at Thor the most.
I know.
There's a key.
Yes. There's different taste in movies out
Go
there.
Avengers.
6:56. Enjoy your Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast.